episode 2 of my Tart Week, and today we're making an apple and tea tartelette. It's an almond tartelette that's filled with a frangipane, an apple and cinnamon compote, a whipped tea ganache, and an apple mousse. So, let's begin.
First, the apple compote. It will also be the base for the apple mousse. Start by peeling 20 apples. I use a Yona Godet apple. And no, not Yona Gold. Yona Godet is its improved brother. Now when peeling large batches, I like to use my drill and a sharp peeler. I know you have special tools for this, but those peel so thick and slow. This is way more efficient and, let's be honest, fun. Keep the peels and trimmings for later. Now cut the apple off the core. If needed, also trim the top and bottom. Weigh the total weight and transfer the apple into a pan. Then place 4 pieces of star anise into a tea sieve together with 6 cardamom pods, 4 long peppers and 3 cinnamon sticks. Close the sieve and place it in the pan with the apples. Now also add a drizzle of lemon juice and 5% of cane sugar. So if you had 1 kilo of cleaned apple, you need to add 50 grams of sugar. Now cover it with a lid. And trust me, it will fit later on. Let it simmer on a medium-low heat till the apples are fully cooked and there are no more chunks. This is the texture we're looking for. Then let it cool down completely. Meanwhile, I'm going to start making my own apple cider vinegar from the peels and cores. Just mix 2 liters of water with 100 grams of cane sugar and stir it until the sugar has dissolved. Now submerge all the trimmings and then place a smaller lid on top to ensure everything stays submerged. Then cover it with a dark cloth and a proper sized lid. Let this sit for 2 weeks and stir it every day. I will continue this recipe in 2 weeks, so be sure to subscribe. Now take the spices out of the compote and keep it in your fridge for later. Then the apple mousse. First soak 5 leaves or 8.3 grams of gelatin in cold water. Now mix 450 grams of the apple compote we just made with 25 grams of lemon juice and heat this up till it starts to steam. Then turn off the heat and dissolve the gelatin. Now blend it till smooth. Once smooth, set it aside for later. Then pour 450 grams of cream into a bowl and start beating it with a whisk. It needs to have the texture of a thin yogurt. You can also whip it a bit further, but for filling a mold I prefer the thin yogurt texture. This will give the best detail in the mold. Now while mixing, add the apple base. The base needs to be at room temperature. Fold it in till it's an even mousse. Then fill your desired mold with the mousse and tap it a couple of times to remove any air bubbles. Let it set in your fridge for 30 minutes and then freeze it till solid. Now for the whipped tea ganache. Begin by soaking 4 leaves or 6.6 grams of gelatin in cold water. Then pour 760 grams of cream into a pan and bring this to a simmer. I use a cream with 35% fat. Once it's simmering, turn off the heat and dissolve the gelatin. Then add 10 grams of tea. I use a Ceylon black tea. Mix it and let it infuse for 5 minutes. Meanwhile, mix 260 grams of white chocolate with 200 grams of mascarpone. After the 5 minutes, pass the hot infused cream through a fine sieve in the bowl and blend it till smooth. Ensure you scrape the sides of the bowl in between. Then cover it and let it cool down in your fridge for at least 8 hours. I always leave it overnight. Later on, I'll show you how to finish it. Now for the tea crumble. First, mix 5 grams of Ceylon tea leaves with 3 grams of salt and 6 grams of baking powder. Blend it into a fine powder. Then place 350 grams of flour in your worktop and use the bowl to make a well in the middle. Fill it with 175 grams of white caster sugar, the tea powder, 25 grams of egg, and 250 grams of cold cubes of butter. Now start mixing all the ingredients and rub it between your hands to create a nice coarse crumble. Don't overmix it, you want a nice crumble. Then spread it on an oven tray. My trays are coated, but otherwise be sure to use a silicone sheet. Now bake it at 170 degrees Celsius for around 25 to 30 minutes. Mix it every 5 to 10 minutes. Then keep it dry and covered for later. Now for the frangipane, mix 300 grams of egg with 120 grams of butter, 300 grams of sugar, 90 grams of flour, 3 grams of salt, and 300 grams of almond powder. Then cut 2 vanilla pods in half and scrape out the seeds. Add the seeds to the mixing bowl and start mixing it on a low speed. Keep on mixing till it's an even batter with no lumps. Then transfer it into a piping bag and keep it in your fridge for later. Now for the tartelette shells. Transfer 540 grams of flour on your worktop and make a well in the middle. Fill it with 240 grams of icing sugar, 330 grams of butter, 90 grams of almond powder, 21 grams of salt, and 90 grams of beaten egg. Now start mixing all the ingredients and then knead it into a nice dough. Don't overmix it. Once it's a beautiful dough, stop kneading to prevent too much gluten from forming. Then transfer it into a bowl and let it rest in your fridge for at least 1 hour. After the hour, dust your worktop with flour and roll the dough into a sheet that's between 2 to 3 mm thin. If needed, dust some more flour in between. Then cut half of the dough in long strips and gently take it off your worktop. Now press it on the side of some perforated rings. Keep the dough as cold as possible so it doesn't break. Once you're happy with that, press the ring in the remaining dough and then place it on a silicone sheet. Now use the back of a knife or a palette knife to clean up the edges and then use a fork to make small holes at the bottom of the tartelette. This will prevent the dough from rising up. Then bake them at 170 degrees Celsius for around 15 minutes. Meanwhile, mix 50 grams of egg yolk with 50 grams of cream. We use this to make the tartelette shine and it helps retaining its crispy texture. Now cut some apples in 4 and remove the core. Then slice them in thick, even slices. Keep them in your fridge for later. Once the tartelettes are done, let them cool down for 5 minutes and then remove the baking rings. If needed, use a grater to tidy up the outside and the top. Then use a brush to add a thin layer of the glaze on both the inside and the outside of the tartelette. Now add a layer of the frangipane on the bottom of the tartelette and sprinkle some raisins on there. Then cover it completely with the apple slices and bake them for another 15 minutes till golden brown. After that, let them cool down completely. Now to finish the tart, transfer the tea ganache into a bowl and start beating it. Beat it till medium stiff peaks start to form. This takes around 2 to 3 minutes. Don't over whisk it, otherwise the ganache will split. Then transfer it into a piping bag. Now take the tartelettes and cover the bottom with the apple compote. Create an even layer with a palette knife. Then fill it all the way with the whipped tea ganache and level it as well. If needed, add some more ganache. Now place the frozen apple mousse on a tray and cover it with a layer of white chocolate brush. In the first episode of this special, I already showed you how to make your own. But here I wanted to show you that it's also possible to use a pre-made can. Just follow the instructions on the label. Now when still frozen, gently place the mousse on the tartelette and let it defrost. Then decorate the outside with the tea crumble chunks and it's ready to be served.
Okay guys, that's it for today. Very happy with the result. The tart looks incredible and who doesn't love an apple pie? And I definitely think this is apple pie on another level. You still have the apple crumble with the tea flavor, the lovely creaminess, the frangipane. So it's a real luxury apple pie. And I picked all these apples with my son at our own apple tree, which is super cool. And that brings the whole experience to another level. But enough talking. Let's cut it in half, show you the inside. Just take a hot knife and then cut it in half. Yeah, just look at that lovely inside. You have the frangipane, the compote, the whipped tea ganache. I mean, that looks gorgeous. So let's just slice a little slice up and have a little taste. This one, it's really nice to cut it as well. As you can see, you can get a beautiful slice. And just look at that. Super happy with it. Let's dig in. That's so good. I especially love the tea part because the tea is really there. Quite often I have it when I go out for dinner. And there is a tea dessert that it doesn't really taste like tea. It's like they just put it back in and let it sit for a couple minutes. And with this one, you can really taste the tea. It goes perfectly with the apple, with the raisins, a little bit of cinnamon. So yeah, I'm very happy with the result. Now that's it for today. Please let me know in the comments on what you want to see next. After this, I have one more special coming up. So one more of the Tart week. and that is a lovely passion fruit and white chocolate tart. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. And I don't know if I said it already, but let me know in the comments what you want to see next. And as always, bon appetit.